Hello and welcome to your 18 WJTS in.form. I'm Kaitlyn Neukam, and we've got some performers that are going to talk a lot about a very awesome opportunity happening in our area. You know, they're kind of Jasper local celebrities per se. I've gotten to know them a little bit more over the past few months because I'm also involved in this organization, but we have the cast from The Sound of Music being put on by Actors Community Theater here today, so welcome to everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So instead of me doing all of my normal butched intros, will you each introduce yourselves and say what you're doing with The Sound of Music, or your involvement with Actors Community Theater, a little bit of all of it?
Sure.
So,
I am Liz. My name is Liz Book. I am playing Mother Abbess in this production, and I am also the president of Actors Community Theater.
yes.
My name is Shelby Gidley. I am Sister Margaretta in this production of Sound of Music, and I am a recent new board member with ACT.
And my name is Steven Dunn. I am playing Maximilian Detweiler, as some of you might know as Uncle Max, a very fun role. And I have been involved with Actors Community Theater since 1997. So it's been quite a while. I'm a past board member, past vice president. So I've been involved for quite a while.
Yes, and full disclosure to everyone watching, I'm also an ACT board member and doing marketing for this show, so I'm a little more detailed.
And we are very thankful to have
Yes,
her.
we
She's
are,
doing
definitely.
an amazing job.
Thank you guys. This is why you're here, because I get to help you go on your marketing tour type thing.
I do feel a little bit like a celebrity. We had radio, and now we're doing TV, so
right.
it's great.
Yes. So without a further ado, we'll get into, of course, The Sound of Music, one of the more famously quoted musical songs, plays, and all this stuff. And there's a lot of history that goes into it. But more specifically, you guys have been working and rehearsing for this production of The Sound of Music for a few months now. So for each of you, how has that kind of been like? Has there been challenges that you weren't really expecting? We have some experience, which we'll get into after this question.
Yes.
So, how has rehearsals been? How has the production of this show been?
I would say as board president, we started the hiring process for our production crew back in January. So yes, rehearsals didn't start until first week of June, but for, Shelby and I, we've been kind of in the weeds with The Sound of Music for the last, 6+ months. The rehearsal process has been great to actually finally start to rehearse those scenes and figure out, the blocking and the staging and the costumes and all of it. So it's a great show, and to be able to go through and put it together has been fun.
Yeah, I mean, for me, really the first rehearsal that we had where we got together and we did a read-through, the energy level at that read-through was just off the charts. It was really, really fun. And to me, it felt like right off the bat, this is going to be a great production.
I think I would echo what Steven says. This musical is so well known, and it's so cherished by so many people. I think the three of us included in that. And so you want to make sure that if we're going to bring this production to the community, that we're going to be able to put the best people in these roles and put on a good show. And at that first read through, I was just blown away with the intention behind people's choices, and it just continues to grow. You see people trying different things at rehearsals to put the best performance out there, and it's really exciting to see.
Yes, and I know that our director for Sound of Music is from Owensboro, Kentucky. Unfortunately, she did not want to be in the limelight with us here today, but she's doing a lot of fantastic work with you guys behind the scenes, right?
Yes, absolutely. She's been a great, she had applied for the position, and we were very much impressed with her resume, and she's been a great addition to the ACT family. For sure. And speaking of that ACT family, you all have a pretty extensive history with ACT. 20, if you can imagine, I'm not that old. I was in the womb when you guys were performing. I hate to say that to you. Let's make us feel old. Yeah. Thank you.
25 years ago, The Sound of Music and ACT were on the stage, yes. 1999. You all three were in that production. Yes. So from 1999 to now, what's kind of changed is, not the obvious, but there's a lot to take in with that parallel that that's kind of why we really wanted to lift you guys up in this sense, because it's something unique. I don't think a lot of people get to do twice in their life.
Yeah. I was a postulant 25 years ago, so I was like a nun in training. And for me, I had looked up to some of the older nuns who were, who played Mother Abbess, and I was so excited to see them perform and absolutely fell in love with the role that I get to perform now. So it's an amazing full circle moment to have something that you aspired to and then have that become reality. So
Yeah, for me, 25 years ago, Shelby here was actually one of my kids. I played Captain Von Trapp. So it's kind of fun to come back and do it again and have Shelby, now she's a parent herself. But to be able to come back and play Max, he's such a fun character. And, as Shelby was saying, see how people do things differently. Every night I do something a little bit different, and the cast starts laughing, and I'm okay. That's a good one. I'll have to keep that, And so, but just to get a different perspective, it was a dream role for me 25 years ago, and now I can come in and do this new character for me, and it's actually, I'm having, I think, more fun now because it's such a fun character.
Fun to be the character actor.
It is definitely.
For me, 25 years ago, like Steven said, I was one of the Von Trapp children, and it was the first production I was ever part of, and it ignited my love of musical theater. I'm now a theater kid for life and drive everyone nuts, but it was the opportunity arose where this came around. It was just inevitable. I had to be a part of it, even though I just had 2 kids within the last 2 years, and shout out to my husband because he's at home taking care of them every night while I'm at rehearsal. But I wouldn't miss out on this opportunity. Like I said, I love this show. The community loves this show, and the cast is just incredible. So.
Yeah, and I mean, you got all of these familiar faces, and we've got new ones. We've got people who are traveling from out of state to participate in the production, which makes ACT's production and repertoire so unique, I think, because yes, it's centralized in Jasper and has been for a long time, but it really is whoever wants to come, however they come to the stage is kind of the feel for that. So, I am not a musical theater person, which we've discussed, hopefully. For those who have maybe never seen the movie, never seen the musical or the play, what's something that you want to tell those who are on the fence about it that will get them in our auditorium space? I know it's a loaded question.
Steven, all you.
Well, for me, I mean, for me, it's all about the family. It is a very family-oriented production. I think seeing the way that that Captain Von Trapp, the father in the production, the children have lost their mother, and so he becomes very rigid because he is a captain in the Navy, and but to see him soften up and grow, and the children, just get to love him more, and I think that's just a poignant part, and I think it really hits your heart. I mean, it's a great moment for him in the cast, and then to see Maria accepted into the family and things as well. It's just a wonderful, heartfelt story. The music is phenomenal. It's Rodgers and Hammerstein, some of the biggest names in show business, in the past at least, and so I think to miss it is. Even if you're not a fan of musicals, you're missing out because this is such a great show and just such an iconic one as well. Yeah. And a true story, in a sense, too, or at least based on a true story.
Yes.
Yes, it's a love story, but it is, touches on pieces of history. And I just think there's something for everyone in the show. And, it's the week before Strassenfest. So it kind of all ties into putting you in that, land and that frame of mind, I think.
German and heritage, frame of mind.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it that way, but
I think it's definitely a story of perseverance and following your heart. The captain's faced with one of the biggest moral dilemmas he could have at the time. Do I follow my heart or do I crumble to the outside pressures? And, standing true to yourself and, persevering. I think that's for me one of the most important things that I take away from the story.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. So now the finer details, tickets. Well, how do we get them? How expensive is it? What kind of audience we're looking for? all of the nitty-gritty stuff that ACT is really hounding on here. I know it, but I want to see if you guys know it.
Yes. So tickets can be purchased on our website, actorscommunitytheater.com. They are $12 each, and the performance dates are July 25th through the 28th. The 25th through the 27th performance times are at 7 p.m. and on Sunday at 2 p.m. It's all general admission, first come, first served. Tickets can be purchased on our website, and then if they are available, they will also be purchased or can be purchased at the door.
Yes.
But they are going fast, so if you definitely plan to attend, we encourage you to purchase your tickets ahead of time.
Yeah, I know the Arts Center has a 675 seat capacity, but that doesn't mean the seats are going to be there by the time we get to showtime. So strongly encourage the website, at the door sales if available. You know, all the theater rules apply for that for sure. But we're super excited. I say for you guys, but I say for myself as well. Super excited to see it through and finally get that rush of the performance, because that's something theater has immensely. It's just that rush, right?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you, not only the folks that are on the stage and the rush that we feel from the audience, but I think, vice versa, is that you see the energy of the characters on stage and just the energy of the songs and the dancing and the acting, and that carries into the audience, and it just makes for a wonderful time for everyone.
Yes, the real thing in front of you, the feeling of the synergy of the performance is definitely worthwhile. And for $12 for a whole 3-hour show with intermission, it's a pretty good deal in my opinion. Yeah. And I like being cheap, so. So, this is the big time of year for Actors Community Theater. The summer productions are where go big or go home. But what does the Actors Community Theater get up to on the off seasons and the rest of the year, I guess, per se?
So at opening night, we will be announcing our upcoming season. So we'll be doing next year a radio play and a play, a dinner theater play actually, and then a full-scale musical in the summer. So we've got some big things coming, a lot of work ahead of us, but we're really excited for it.
And I just want to say that even if you aren't one to be on the stage like the three of us, there are many, many opportunities to still be involved with ACT. We need people who like to do sound work, light work, set building, directing, music directing. There are many opportunities to get involved, and you can make lifelong friends like I have with these two people and many, many, many other people through ACT.
Yeah, I mean, working backstage during productions to move sets, to help people, with props, things like that. I mean, there's so many different opportunities for folks who would like to be involved, but don't have to be on stage. There's so many things that they can do.
And you really don't have to come. You can come with all of the knowledge you have, or you can come not knowing what you want to do, what path you want to take, what you want to learn.
Absolutely.
So come as you are.
That's the wonderful thing about community theater. None of us are professionals. No. But we definitely do a wonderful job putting on our performances. And like I said, we all learn and grow every summer, or every year we do a show.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff. Well, thank you guys so much. There's a lot to unpack on the couch here today, but I'm super excited to get to finally do this interview and promote The Sound of Music, because I know you guys have been doing fantastic work on rehearsals and all of this stuff, and cannot stress enough, actorscommunitytheater.com. Go buy the tickets, get it taken care of, and come out to see on, remind us what nights and what times, one more time.
It's going to be July 25th through the 27th at 7 p.m. and July 28th at 2 p.m.
Yes, so plenty of opportunities. Come as you are and just come see a fantastic show. But thank you guys so much, and break a leg per se, I suppose.
That's exactly right, yes.
Thank you, Kaitlyn.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much at home for watching. Again, actorscommunitytheater.com. Be sure to visit them at the Jasper Arts Center more specifically at the end of July. And we are local people watching local people.